Hello everybody, it's me, JD Studios, and I finally got round to doing the final set for the 2022 Winter Wave of sets, and it is the Hoth ATST. I actually already have two of this set. I really like it. I think it is by far the best set from the Winter Wave of Star Wars sets, both in price, value, all of it. Like literally everything about this set to me is perfect. But let's start off with the minifigures. First off, we have our Imperial ATST driver. Now, this is different from previous ones we've had because they've given it the full Hoth workout. So we've got our white jacket, our light grey printing. However, what I really like is the use of this new moulded helmet. I really like it. I think it looks great. They've properly done it, and they've printed on the goggles, which looks really nice. I think this is a huge step up from previous ATST drivers. Like, this new helmet mold just really brings it all together, and I think it looks really, really good. And it does have an alternative face print of an angry face print, which looks really, really good. Now let's take a look at that snowy Chewy. Now here we have our snowy Chewy. Now I love this minifigure because it's the first time we've actually got a unique Chewbacca like this in a while. It looks really good, that snow printing on it. I actually adore it. And it does, of course, come with the stud shooter bowcaster. Kind of wish they just dropped that because it really doesn't look good. I don't know why Chewbacca needs a stud shooter in every single set. I just wish they'd go back to the original bowcaster piece they used for him, because this stud shooter bowcaster just looks ugly. But yeah, snowy Chewy. Last but not least, we have the Rebel Hoth Trooper. Really cool minifigure. I'm a little disappointed there's no leg printing, but I actually really like this new female Rebel Soldier print. It looks really good, and I'm glad we're getting a more diversified army, because honestly I'm really tired of all my Rebels looking like it's a clone army, because Rebels aren't clones. So it's really good, and it comes with a nice alternative print, as you can see, for the face, and there's a look at the back printing. Honestly, great minifigure. A shame there's no leg printing, but it doesn't ruin the figure for me. A great addition to the set. Now, this isn't a minifigure per se, but it is part of the set, and that is the probe droid. And just by looking at it, it has to be said this is the best probe droid in minifigure scale we have ever gotten, in my opinion. It looks gorgeous. That head is perfect. It looks amazing. I like that they've actually gone and used the accurate grey colour scheme. Although I would prefer it more in an idealised world if it was gunmetal grey, because that to me feels more accurate, but I can live with the dark grey, and it looks outstanding. Honestly, this probe droid is just perfection in my eyes. So there's a nice full 360 of it. Now, due to the height and it not fitting very well on my camera, I've broken off the head so we can get a better look at the head section before we go into the rest of the body. So, as you can notice, the blaster turret is a lot bigger, and we have two spring-loaded shooter sockets there, and we have a really nice turret on each side. And then at the back there's some detailing, and there's the mechanism for firing your spring-loaded shooters. Then at the top we have a part that can open, and obviously we can lift off the entire cockpit as well to gain access inside. There's a nice little printed control piece there that you can just see. Apologies for the lighting. And we have a clip to hold the Imperial ATST driver's blasters and electro binoculars, and there is room for one minifigure in the cockpit. This is always going to be a disappointing feature of the ATST, is the fact that it is always, LEGO always designs it for the one minifigure, even though it's a two minifigure thing. And then we can just pop the ATST head back on so we can get a better look at the whole body. So taking a look at the legs, these legs are definitely a new design. The feet are new design compared to previous ATSTs. It doesn't utilise printing to get some of that detail, which is what I really like about this. They haven't used stickers to cover some of the detail. They've rather tried to brick build every detail, which looks amazing. These feet are my favourite ATST feet designs so far. Taking a look at the legs, they're quite long and skinny and go up quite a lot higher than before, and I actually really like this nice little bit of detailing at the front. I think it looks really, really nice and really accentuates the details on this set. The last function of this set is the knob at the back, which allows you to twist the AT-ST head around, and of course the legs have quite limited posability. This is a common issue with AT-STs in my opinion, with the exception of the Endor AT-ST, which is that the legs can only bend backwards. You can't bend them forwards at all, which really limits what kind of display positions you can do with it, because it's also not particularly stable when you do that, because obviously the feet are quite long on this one. It makes doing different articulation just... the legs, basically, you can pose them backwards, but there's no point because you'll never be able to stand up with it. So that is the main drawback of the AT-ST's design. But with that being said, let's take a look at the main factor here, which is price. This set is a £45 set, and at that price I have nothing to complain about. There is nothing to complain about with this set in my opinion. I think it is perfect. It hits the nail on the head with every single thing. We've got three great minifigures and a really amazing Pro Droid build, the best we've ever seen. A really cool AT-ST. Admittedly, the lack of a second minifigure in the cockpit will always disappoint me, but I understand why LEGO has to leave that out, because there's a limit to what they can actually do, whilst also keeping it kid-friendly, price-friendly and all that. So I do think that for what it is, it's really good. The only maybe actual issue I have with the build would be the front section of the cockpit. It tends to come off very, very easily, and that would be my biggest gripe of the set, is that front piece is quite loose. But aside from that, this set has a great price, great minifigure count, the build is amazing, there is nothing to complain about in this set, and I would highly recommend you get it. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed my review of this set. Leave a like if you did, don't forget to comment, subscribe for more content like this, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.